share something with you. I've seen a video of a lady who was talking about the difference between spoiled women and powerful women, and that inspired me to have this conversation with y'all. We are becoming successful and sustaining it. We are not going to make some money and then go back to obscurity. We are not going to elevate and then crash back down. No. We are going to elevate and sustain it. And so, in our strategy, we will need to think about sustenance. We really need to look at the sustainability of the strategies we use. I want to teach you how to build businesses and gain equity that you can level up. I started my businesses seriously in 2018. I went into the digital space in 2019, started running courses and so on in 2019, and I have had it going ever since. I have changed directions in some of the business models, that's for sure. But ultimately, you want to have a business that streams money in, and you want to sustain it over an extended period of time. In fact, you want to sustain it over the foreseeable future. And that is the ultimate vision for what I want to do with you guys in my Skill to Founders Lab and the communities that I'm building. For those of you who are interested in going on this journey with me, I want you to think about the businesses you are starting and to realize that we are not going to make a business to buy a car. We are not going to take the proceeds of the business to buy handbags. Not initially. You are going to take the proceeds of the business to reinvest in the business so that you would harvest more in the business after a while, and it will continue to reinvest and harvest more, reinvest and harvest more, because our interest is in building a sustainable business. We want to build a business that we leverage and we continue to leverage for a long time. We want to make financial progress that we sustain for a long time. We want to stop shooting ourselves in the foot, which has been the theme for a lot of us. And we need to change that rhetoric by changing the way we position, by realizing the things that we do in self-sabotage, and to curb those desires to change those patterns of behavior. The minutes, so somebody was talking to me about this car. I mean, you've driven this car for a long time. I mean, I will continue to drive this for another 2 years, maybe 3. This car is not changing anytime soon. Why is this car not changing? The money which is coming in my system is already earmarked for education and also to start paying off and establishing certain aspects of my business, especially to pay off my marketing and to sustain marketing in a significant way to push my business further. Whatever money I make is not buying a new handbag. I can barely use the ones I have. We are not wearing another handbag. We are not buying shoes. We are not looking rich. We are becoming rich. We don't want to look rich. We want to become rich. This talk is from maybe 10 years ago. Maybe more. Actually, no, I came to this country 10 years ago. No, it's older than 10 years ago. This talk is more than a decade. I sent money to my sister-in-law to shop from the US for me a while back. And this has been with me ever since. And as you can see, the minute I curb my weight, I'll be back in. And all I need to do is control my weight. And I will fit in this. And we will carry on with this pattern for the foreseeable future. Yes, my car is becoming a bit rickety. But me and the mechanics are going to be friends. Good friends. For the next couple of years. Why? Because the money that is coming into my system needs to go into strategic positions in my system. and not into buying a new car. The money is coming into my system, ought to be paying for adverts, ought to be paying for employees, ought to be setting up systems and leveraging systems. That's what we're going to do to make sure that for the next decade there will be income streaming in from my businesses. There should be more incremental income streaming in from these businesses. It needs to be incremental. It needs to be incremental. I'm telling you guys who are starting now in the hope that you will hear me and understand what this journey is going to be. Because I end up dealing with too many people who make a quick sale, their business takes off, and they're busy going to put down a deposit for a mortgage. No. The first round of profits you make, no matter how big, should not be earmarked for a deposit in your for a mortgage deposit. No. It needs to be earmarked for advertisements, for leverage, for pushing your boundaries even further so that you can grow further. You need to establish growth and sustain it for a while before you start taking anything out of the business. No, you are not going to buy the best clothes just because you started a business 6 months ago. It might actually be strategic not to buy any clothes at all in that period. It might be strategic not to buy any clothes at all. It is better for you to look like your employee whilst your business levels up than for you to look like a boss with an empty business. And you will make decisions that will help you to sustain your business if you understand that we are playing the long game. We are here in business and we are playing the long game in this business. We are establishing this business for the foreseeable future. We are going to get rich and sustain this financial improvement for a long time. We want our financial standing to improve incrementally. And so, things that are immediate gratification, instant gratification has to go. And then why haven't you changed your car? My car doesn't need to be changed in this long game. And don't you think it looks bad? It looks bad to whom? To whom? I don't want to sustain anybody's appearance. I don't want to appear in any way to anybody. To whom does it look bad? And if it does, who cares? Who cares? You can afford the bag. Yes, I can. I probably can afford the bag, but I want to afford a store. I want to be able to afford a store when I move. So let's not worry too much about a bag. Let's concern myself with being able to buy the store when I'm ready to make a move. And this is one of the things I've come to know distinguishes between the ones who level up to get to the upper reaches of society, the ones who go to upper middle class and to the top classes, who climbed themselves from the bottom. That's the key difference between them. Those who get the desire to manifest the fruits of that financial leveling squander that opportunity and very soon fall back down to where they leveled up from, because you squander your capital, you waste your resources wanting to buy a something bag. And then as time goes on, as you grow, as you mature, as you level up. A kid was asking me this week, but miss, we know that you have some designer bags, why don't you use it? It's not a priority for me to wear a designer bag. I'm glad you do know that I need some. But no, flogging it and showing it off is not my focus right now. And no, we're certainly not buying another designer bag, not anytime soon. I am buying another designer business. I am buying designer business tools. I am buying designer things that will help my financial standing improve. That is the simple gospel that I want to preach this morning. On our journey, we are going to adopt positions and behaviors that allow us to play the long game. If you want to show off, we're going to stop showing off with shoes and bags. We are going to start showing off with healthy businesses. We are going to show off with connections. We are going to show off with viable associations. That's what we're going to satisfy our show off tendencies with. We are going to show off with things that really matter in the long term. We're going to make decisions like adults. We're going to sustain ourselves like adults. And we are going to push the petty desires we have to show off and to join in competitions with people to the side, because we recognize that as self-sabotage. Repeat after me. The desire to buy things from the proceeds, the early proceeds of your business is self-sabotage. The early proceeds of your business should be reinvested in the business. The early proceeds of your business should come to extend it, not to transform you and make you look like a position you haven't quite yet achieved. If you are able to learn this discipline, you will find the magic that helps you and your business to grow and sustain and extend. Assalamu alaikum. I want to keep this very short and sweet so you can think about it. Let me know your comments, let me know your responses, and then we can interact and engage further later on in the day.